Okay, it says I'm live, so looks like we're getting ready to go. And I'm right on. Getting a pop out chat here real quick. Hi, Denise. Let's see if I can get this closer. Give it just a few minutes. People generally start popping in pretty quick. Get my little rag here. God, I've got a mess here. Ugh. Okay, the notification just went out because it popped up on Robert's computer. Hi, Dee Dee. Hi, Eileen. Hi, Kat. Hi, Sharon. Dee Dee, your show was fun this morning. I was like working and doing other stuff, but I was watching and listening while I did. Hi, Carol. And my cuboid this morning turned out horrible, but it is what it is. I should have used a ruler, Eileen. Oh, I was mad at myself after I got it done. It was like, oh, why did I hurry and not use a ruler? Perfect time to use a ruler, and I didn't use it. But I didn't want it to take half the damn day either. Hi, Barb. Hi, Dee. First timer. Thanks for coming. Hopefully these ladies will make you feel welcome and you won't have to lurk very long. Hi, Dorothy. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Mindy. Rulers are allowed. Well, I could have cheated and you'd never known. Hi, Josie. Be home in a bit. Birthday lunch with daughter. Go have fun, Judy. You've got tons on your plate. You just go have fun when you can. Hi, Picola. So we'll give people a little bit of time to come in. Anyway, it was a crazy weekend, really. I didn't do much. Got some Christmas cards ready. Hi, Elaine. Yeah, I got Christmas cards, a few kind of ready to go. This time of year, I get really out of sorts, I guess. I don't know. Seems like I can't get anything done in one sitting, and that's my biggest problem. Is it seems like it takes me forever to do anything, but whatever. Christmas will come, Christmas will go, and I won't remember this in a month's time, so who cares? Hi, Maxie. All right, Kimberly. Looks like we've got a good crowd. I'm going to go ahead and start. Kenny, we all know Kenny from Dee Dee's. Let me take off my hoodie. I don't know, it's been a few weeks ago. She wrote and she wanted my address. And so I was like, don't send me anything. You don't have to send me anything. But she said, no, I want you to have this. So she sent me, and I'm taking my jacket off while I'm doing this. She sent me something from Klara Markova. Now, I've never had, and I know it's a color book because I go to Dee Dee's all the time, right? I've never had one, so I'm going to open this while you guys are here. It got here Saturday, so it's been sitting here for a couple days, and I didn't open it because I wanted to open it with you guys. And I had to sign for it and everything, which I thought, well, what in the world? But yeah, that's why it was delivered so late, was because I had to sign for it. And the mailman said he couldn't get me, which is stupid, and it's a lie, because I'm never gone. Hi, Lynn. I don't know. I might have been in the shower when he came. Who knows? He'll come at the least opportune time. I promise you that. It's packaged very nice and safely. All right, we can get rid of the corrugate now. I'm excited to see it. Oh my gosh, Fairy Miracles. Oh, I will like this book. I know I will like this book. And there's Dee Dee in chat. Color, color, color. I will. One of these streams coming up very soon, I will color. I don't color on stream primarily because there's a lot of people who do color on stream. And so I've just done other stuff. Because, yeah, I just do other stuff. But it's not like I don't like coloring. I love coloring. And I love, I'm going to pull this back a little bit. Like watching Dee Dee color is like watching magic happen right before your very eyes. Oh, you had to sign for your book? Okay. I love it. Come to the dark side. Yeah, I know. It is. It is a very nice book. It's hardbound. The colors are delicious. The illustration is beautiful. And there's some gold embossing on it. Yeah, it's a beautiful book, no doubt. There's little presents inside. Let's see, there's Fairy Miracles, Tenderful Enchantments. And I don't know what that one is. Ooh, and I can color it and make it a bookmark. It's very Christmassy. Oh, look at, is that her little business card? Oh, that's adorable. Look at that little animal. Can you see that? Come on, camera, work with me here. No, it's not going to. About breath. I need to get something here. I've got this sitting here. Maybe it'll focus on this. Yeah, I'll trick the camera. Come on. Ah! You don't know how frustrating that is. Now, why will it focus there, but then as soon as I put the white up there, it won't? There we go. Look at how cute that is. I will be coloring that. And it says, welcome in my magical world, full of miracles. In your hands now, you are holding a piece of my heart, and I am honored to guide you through my world, full of pixies, fairies, little flower dragons, and kind animals. Each of my books was made with love. From the very beginning of the first sketch to the moment when you open it and imprint a colorful life into all the delightful pictures. Every page is full of stories filled with love, and I'm very happy to share this piece of my world with you. With love, Klara. Well, that's so nice. I mean, I love those personal touches, and I hope she does well. I really do. And because this was a gift from Kenny, I really would love for her to inscribe it. So it's Fairy Miracles. Oh, this is pretty. I wonder how this paper, well, it's front and back, so I wouldn't probably do that. I was going to say, I wonder how this paper would hold up with watercolor. But I can photocopy it off onto watercolor paper. And I'd have to spray it with a workable fixative first. Look at how cute. Oh, bunnies. Lynn, you need this page. It's bunnies. If you don't follow Lynn on Instagram, I don't know, she is right now. But she was drawing the cutest bunnies, and then Christmas happened. So, in this page, I'm only showing this page because that's the primary illustration, and in this page, I don't know if it's for notes or I'm not sure what. I'm guessing, but they're cute as all get out. Look at little mice. This will definitely stretch my little limits here. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. It's a great big mushroom. And then the little fairies playing around it. Oh. Unicorn. I should color that and send it to Greg Gutfield. Hi, Jean. Bunny love for sure. Hi, Gilly. I think I got everybody. We're flipping through Klara Markova's Fairy Miracles book. Kenny was kind enough to gift it to me. Oh my gosh, I love these little mice. I love mushrooms, so any page that has a mushroom on it is my new favorite. And I'm not sure what those are, little berries or nuts. Oh, and this is a double page spread. Wow. Now this would take a lifetime. I'm sorry, it would take a lifetime, for real. I can pull out maybe a little bit so you can see a little bit more of it. But how cute is that? There's a snail sleeping on top of a mushroom. This had to take her hours and hours and hours to draw. Can you imagine? And look at her little elf boyfriend brought her a gift. Oh. And ladybugs. Look at that snail. It's not a snail. Maybe it's a caterpillar. And look at bee love. There's some bee love right there going on, Dee Dee. Dee Dee said you can watercolor and it just dry between the layers. Yeah, I just wasn't sure about whether or not the paper would crinkle real bad, which would impact how well you could do on the other side, you know. And there's a lock and a key. Oh, so thoughtful, so well thought out, you know. Look at the big rose. Oh, my gosh. I would love to do that one in watercolor, but I got to get a whole lot better. A whole lot better. But I'm going to do that today. So Jean's here. She can give me some pointers. Oh, what are these flowers called? I've drawn it before. I've drawn that flower. In fact, it was for some of Dar's homework. I drew that flower. Something bells. Damn, I can't remember. She's holding a bee. Dee Dee, you probably love this book, huh? Oh my gosh. I love him. He looks like he's just going to get into mischief. And the flowers are so pretty. This actually would be a good book to draw from as well, because her illustrations are so well done and the flowers are at different angles. And so, yeah, that would be a good one to draw from. I love this little guy. That will be probably the first one I color because I love him so much. He's a baby dragon elf or something. Bells of Ireland. I think that's it. Hey, CB. Look at, here's another dragon-looking guy. Oh, I love the baby dragons. And there's a crocus, big crocus. Look at sleeping baby one. Oh, what an awesome imagination. Oh, she's holding the baby dragon. That one's pretty too. This one looks like Cookie Candyland or something, but then there's a starfish. Oh, it's no, under the sea. There's fishy. That is just, this really is so well done, you guys. It really is. Yeah, this is like, I think, underwater world now. Just, you could look at just the illustrations forever. There's just so much to see. Sea anemones and a seahorse. And there's a great big seahorse. She's reading to him. Can't think of the name. Why do you get on stream and you can't think of words all of a sudden? Hi, Galena. Jellyfish. Duh. Golly. Oh my gosh, look at that. Great big swan. Dragonfly. Hydrangea. That definitely is a hydrangea. That one would be really fun to color too. Lots of mushrooms. And a princess. That would be me. I don't know if she's a princess. She looks like it. Look at, and then a little tiny pixie here. You can almost just see them, like when they're colored, they'd just be so colorful and pretty. Mushroom houses everywhere. Oh, look at that bunny. They're telling secrets. Those flowers are awesome. This would be another good drawing. Hi, Celie. You do it every time. I know, Dee Dee. It's like it's right there. You know the word, and it won't come out. Like, come on, come on. Here's kitties. Those are nice kitties. My kitty's not a nice kitty. What are they sitting in? They're like cats in a bag or something. And I'm stuffed up today. Don't know why. Here's a puppy with strawberries. I don't think when I sat down to draw a puppy, I would think of a puppy with strawberries. But I'm glad she did. It's a whole magical world. Oh my gosh, this is just like mushrooms everywhere. These two are high all the time. They're eating these mushrooms. You know it. Why is the picture all pixelated? Is everybody's picture real pixelated? My screen is real clear. It's a little dark, but I don't have much light. But no, I don't. My picture is fine. Oh, is that what it is? It's trying to focus on this black and white? Oh, that could be. But when I look up, I'm looking and it's clear as it can be. So check your settings, Dot. See if you've got it too low, too high. All right, good. Everybody else's is fine. So we're good. Dot, check your settings. I've done that at other people's streams. Sit there watching it like 460 or whatever that number is. It's like, why can't I see anything? This is a doll factory. How cute is that? Little painting easel. Oh, everything is just so precious. Making little clothes for the dolls. How adorable. Oh, is clear, now pixelated. Huh. Well, if you have it on the highest, you might mark it, go down to 720. Okay, the line art moves when I move. Okay, I'll flip quick. We'll get through this. I can look at him later. Here's a boy elf. Because I've just never seen this up close. Of course, I've watched Dee Dee flip through. Oh, and a merry-go-round. How cute is that? And a sweet shop. I love all the flowers. And there's a great big apple. Look at him sleeping down here. Making apple juice. How cute. Oh my gosh. And this is a little tree house where they all sleep. They gift wrapping books. That's what it looks like. Which there's no better gift, in my humble opinion. You have to really look at these to go, what all is going on? This is a crystal shop, it looks like. Look at all the crystals. And I've been wanting to do watercolors and pencil crystals, like Paula did. I think that would be awesome practice. Fancy dress. She's knitting. This is Jean. Only Jean's crocheting. She's got balls of yarn all over. with the little baby watching. This big bird. Oh my gosh, a flying bat. I'm not a bat fan. Eating a mushroom lollipop. Holy cow, this is just amazing. Her illustrations really are amazing, you guys. Of course, pretty much every color book I've picked up, I'm always amazed at the imagination and how well done they are. Oh, how cute is that kitty cat? In among the hibiscus flowers. Actually, my friend yesterday posted a hibiscus. She's in Mexico right now. And she posted a picture of her hibiscus. And I think I'm going to glom onto that photo and paint it. With a gramophone. Fox. I won't do the, what does the fox say song for you? You're welcome. Look at him, old man elf. They're so detailed. Okay, this is the one I think at Dee Dee's they were trying to figure out. Was he roasting chestnuts? I think this is roasting chestnuts. That's what that basket looks like to me. This looks like witch's brew and coffee with whipped cream on it. Oh my gosh. This is going to be fun. It really is. There's a snowman. I mean, I'm really trying to figure out, okay, what's going on here? Lots of presents. This must be Christmas time. They got bows and presents and gingerbread man. Yep, this must be Christmas. If you walked into my house right now, you would not even think Christmas is anywhere near. Hi, Kia. Yeah, this is Christmas. This is definitely Christmas time. This one's fun. I should do a Christmas one. That's what I should do. And there's a mouse going down on the sled with snowflake cookies and gingerbread and presents. This is really one beautiful book. It really is. Even if I never colored one page in it, I would still just be proud to own it. Drying mushrooms on the line and painting them or drawing them. Look at, he's got great big pencils in his hand. And I guess that's like a watercolor palette down there. That's cute. I love that. There isn't one page in it that I don't love, but I really do love this little guy here. Love him. And that's the end. The end. You'll be seeing more of it. I will pick out a page and I will color it. I really will. And Kenny, you're not here right now, but thank you. Thank you so much. I can't say thank you enough. I appreciate all of you, but I appreciate you sending this to me. Well, I was going to say, throw away all the other color books and just get this one. Here, either you refuse to put up a tree until you have a grandbaby. Well, that sounds like you're punishing yourself. I just don't do it. I will. Here in the next couple days, I'll go down and get my tree. It's about 12 inches, and it stays decorated. It just slides right into a box. And when I pull it out, I plug it in, and Christmas is ready. Woohoo! Here we go. That's it. And then the other night, I don't know how many of you were around or follow us on Twitter. The other night, I showed this book. Scooby sent it to me a week or so ago. But the other night, sometime over the weekend, Colleen also has this book, and she's the scrap chick pretty much everywhere. And it's got, I don't know, probably 15 at least different exercises in it. So Colleen started one the other night. And I decided, it was Friday night, I think. Yeah, she decided the other night to go ahead and do this exercise on stream, yellow orange pears, and it's using glass beads. So you use watercolor. She uses all kinds of different things. She gives you the materials you need to finish the project. And so Colleen and I did this. Colleen did it while she was streaming, and I just did it at my house while I was watching her. And it was so much fun. I want to do that again. It was so much fun. And it would be fun too if we could set up both of us streaming at the same time. I don't know how to do it, but it was so much fun going along because one, Colleen is so dang funny. But it was just fun to watch her, what she did with it, and I was doing the same thing, only I got pretty far behind. Well, I didn't start at the same time. So this was the pears. Okay, this is the pears out of the book. Okay, and the author on this is Gina Lee Kim. So and then this is my version of that pear page. This was so much fun, and I want to do it again because Eileen, and I'm not going to blame Eileen because she has rarely, what am I saying? I'm lying again. She rarely steers me wrong. But she told me to order some hot press watercolor paper. So I did. So when I was doing this, I thought, okay, I'm going to try that hot press. One, because it's a large size, right? And so I got the hot press out. But part of the problem is you needed to do some wet on wet techniques in here. And the hot press paper was really hard to do because the water just kept puddling. It didn't matter how much water I put on, it would just puddle, and I was so frustrated. And Colleen wasn't having that trouble. I finally figured out Google Hangouts so you and Colleen could both be on. Okay, well, I would love to do that again sometime. It can't be before Christmas. Hi, Kathy. Yeah, it can't be before Christmas, but after Christmas, I'd love to go on with Colleen. But you started out with crayon or wax resist, and she had a whole bunch of different colors. I used pink, green, blue. I thought there was white on here, but I don't see it now. But you did the crayon first, and then you used a watercolor pencil to draw the pear, and then the background, did the background first, and then did this line of brown to kind of ground it. And then wet on wet here for the pears. I didn't have a stencil of a leaf, so I just drew mine and painted them. And I can't remember how Colleen did hers. I can't remember if she drew them or whatever, but I didn't have a stencil, so I went ahead and just drew them as close to theirs as I could. And then you had to cut out the origami paper. I just used pattern paper. And I picked out Christmas ones because Colleen was doing Christmas ones. So I used the gingerbread men, which you can't hardly see through the glass beads. And then put the glass beads on and let it dry. And mine had to dry overnight because I put it on pretty thick apparently. But I love the glass beads. They're just so cool. And then I used the same quote that she had in hers, "There are no strangers." But I thought that really worked for mine because you've got the girl gingerbread and the boy gingerbread and a heart in the middle. Okay, Colleen had a stencil. See, I couldn't remember because by that time I was just scrambling to get it done, or to catch up, really. But I have to say, this was so much fun. It was fun to do it along with Colleen, and I want to do it again. So I did finally get to do one exercise out of this book, but there are some really fun ones. I want to do that sailboat one too that she did. That one looked really cool. It's kind of an underwater scene, and then you put the sailboat on top. She did this one too. I got to get a lot better before I try that one. Here's the sailboat one. I want to do this one. Your heart is the size of an ocean. Go find yourself in its hidden depths. because Colleen did awesome on this one. So I want to do this one again where you piece the paper. And so, yeah. So we'll be definitely doing more out of this book because I had a mountain of fun doing that. In fact, it was kind of late when we finished. Well, late for me. I couldn't sleep. I was so jazzed up. Yeah, I couldn't sleep. And what else? The beginning watercolor. I want to do something out of this book too. But I haven't gotten much of a chance to look through it, but we'll do something with this. Now Eileen's bugging me to get another book. Oh my God, and I've already got the drawing one coming. What else have we got going on? Okay, and then Z had sent me this little vintage pastel. So I did at least get to swatch it. Aren't those pretty colors? And I did them in my little book too. Look at those colors. They are just so muted and so nice. So that is the Prima Vintage Pastel set. You get 12 in there. And I think it's new. I had not seen this before. Hi, Beth. Give yourself a face on Twitter. We voted for your Bride of Frankenstein. Yeah, Dee Dee, that's true. Yeah, she needs to do that. So anyway, if you want to try some Prima nice pastel colors, these are awesome. And my cup with all our faces is still just sitting here because I'm just so overwhelmed by it. But I thought today, and we can decide together, I thought today we would watercolor with the new Scooby watercolors. I used these a little bit over the weekend, but I was just using this side. So that's why the others, some of these have never been used yet. Ooh, what's that in my white? That's icky. There's something in my white. I got to get it out. There. So yeah, it's time to use these because I didn't have time over the weekend. And we're going to do it out of the Watercolor with Me book. I'm not sure. This book actually gives you the drawing to actually work on, but I'm not sure that I want to watercolor in the book. I'm really not. I'd rather give myself a chance to screw up where I can just throw it away. How about that? So let's flip through real quick and we'll decide what we want to paint. Let's make it simple for me, okay? So if you see one you really like, here's Moons. This is, well, I think early on it's just techniques. There's a cabin, and I'm going to have to draw whatever. Oh, we could do mushrooms. That would be fun. Did they set up nice? Oh, yeah, they did. And I have to say, when I was using these, they re-wet so nice. So, yeah, these are the Mission Gold 24 set watercolors. And I did go out and watch a couple videos on these, and it seems like everybody who uses them talks about them very, very highly. And in the 24 set, I think you get really nice colors, you know, pretty much. I can either use the colors or mix the colors very easily out of this 24 set. They make a bunch. I don't know how many. The box said it's like 120 some different colors. But I think after you get these, anything else that you buy is going to be convenience colors, you know, just to prevent yourself from having to mix them. I think I can pretty much do everything with this 24 set right here. Hi, Orla. Anybody else who came in? I haven't been watching real close. I see that Lindsay the Food. Yeah, I just saw that, Picola, that Lindsay has decided to stop her regular Friday streams. You know, and I get that. She was feeling overwhelmed and didn't want to let anybody down. And believe me, I get that, you know, that the idea of canceling a stream or anything like that weighs heavy on me. So to cancel it, I bet she did think about it for a year or more. So anyway, we're going to pick one of these. I like the mushrooms. The dogwood rose. I already did the dogwood rose. Let me see if I can find it. It's here in my pile of crap. And believe me, when I say pile of crap, I mean pile of crap. I was not overly thrilled with how it came out, but it's okay. I did a background on mine, and the colors ran a little bit, which really disappointed me, but that's my own fault. So, but yeah, I did that one already. Here's a moth. That could be fun. A tree. A monarch. The monarch could be pretty too. Just some general flowers. Yeah, I wish the colors hadn't run. These are clovers. That one could be done in about 2 minutes if I could draw it quick. There's ladybug. I like these because they're quick and simple. We'll probably end up being able to do more than one. Acorns, that's good. I have probably, if you walk out my front door right now, out into my driveway, I probably have 5 million acorns out there. Here's a lily pad. Titmouse, wolf, trillium, that's really pretty. Grasshopper, a ladybug. Hi, Joan. Thanks, Teresa. There's a tree frog. Raspberries, there's a little mouse. The mouse is really cute. Well, I'll leave that there because, yeah. Salamander. I don't want to do the salamander. A stoat. Mountain ash leaf. These are really, really simple. So I think any of us, and I did actually some of these flowers too. Let me see, it's in this book somewhere. There. Yeah, I did those flowers. So that was fun. I liked it. And I other than the black running a little bit, I put the black on there. Yeah, I'm happy with those. So the nice thing is, I think when you do these little things, you're going to get success. And that's what I need. Beaver. Coyote. Rabbit. Here's a bunny, Lynn. A raccoon. A fawn. A chipmunk. Skunk. Bear. Bumblebee. The bumblebee's cool. Hedgehog. Painting fur. I haven't read anything. So, yeah, anything I do is just going to be learning as I go. So, bunny love. Mushrooms, if there are any. There were mushrooms, weren't there? Didn't we see a mushroom? I thought we saw one. Hummingbird. That one's going to be fun. I'm going to enjoy that one. A snail. A maple leaf. Feathers. Chickadee. This is about where we started. I thought there's mushrooms. We could try those. It's got 4 colors, and I think I have all the colors. Let's see. Indian red. I don't have Indian red, but I have rose madder, which would probably work the same. Burnt umber. I have burnt umber. I have raw sienna. I don't have raw umber. Maybe I do in my Daniel Smith, though. And then hooker green. So, yeah, I have the colors. The raw umber, I could almost use a watered down red brown and get away with that. Yeah, I'm loving this book. Hi, Norma. I am loving this book too. I like that it's just quick and easy. And all right, I'm going to have to move the book off while I draw. I'll set it over here on my computer. We will go ahead and draw us some mushrooms. I'm going to grab a water-soluble pencil, if I can find it quick. Let me just get it here. Yeah, here's some watercolor pencils. don't hardly ever use these anymore. I used to use them all the time, and I love the Statler set. Okay, let's see. Let's just do it in this. Yeah, this color will pretty much disappear. Hopefully you guys will be able to see it. Hi, Roesta. I'm not sure if you've ever been to my channel, so if it's your first time, thanks for coming. All right, here we go. We want the grass down, say about here. So our mushroom will be, the cap of the mushroom will be around like this. Can you guys see that? Maybe I'll bring it down a little bit, and hopefully it doesn't, the white doesn't go cuckoo crazy. And with mushrooms, it's, they can be any shape, so you don't have to worry too much. Your drawing is like not that important. All right. There we've got some big old mushrooms. All right, she says to use a round brush. 6 will work. Let's see what I got here. I'm sure I have one. There's a 6. 6 seems small to me, but that's all right. 4 colors of paint, a white gel pen, which we have, and a fine detail brush. Let's find the fine detail brush before we get too far down the road. I think I could use some new brushes. And no, Eileen, I do not need the link to the brush guys. They live in my favorites now. This should be an okay detail brush. All right, here we go. First instruction says, starting with the tops of the mushrooms, fill the entire area with Indian red, let dry for a few minutes. So I'm assuming that we're working wet on dry. So we're going to use I don't have the Indian red. Let me see if I do in my Daniel Smiths real quick. Otherwise, I'm just going to use the madder red. And I know the names of paints, and I'm not well versed enough yet. Yeah, I don't have Indian red in that either. To know what the crossover names are. Is madder red in the Mission the same as other paints? That I don't know. But I imagine those are the kind of things I'm going to learn. Let me get out the spray bottle and I'll spray the paint real quick. All right. And I still don't get, change your title to the stream when you can. Why? What does it say? What does the title of my stream say, Eileen? I thought it said Watercolor with me and Klara Markova book. What does it actually say? Did I goof up and say Eileen is a goofball or something crazy? Let me get a palette out here too. And I've just been using I'll use the plate today, but I have some white ceramic tile that I've been using. But I'll just use this white porcelain plate that I picked up quickly at, I think Dollar Tree. All right, we're getting some paint out finally. You and Klara are watercoloring together. Well, aren't we? All right. And I don't know water to paint ratio real well yet, but I know that if you're going to paint a big area, like mix enough paint at the beginning so that all your colors stay. You don't have to remix. I'm not mixing colors right now, but yeah. All right. I really want this water. I don't want it real red, you know, like deep red. So we're digging in here. Let's go. And if you watercolor people are seeing me make a mistake, speak up. I need to know when I'm goofing up. Don't feel bad. Like say, do this, don't do that. You'll get a hard line because I know all about that stuff. You know how you can do that. And I know don't go back over it because you'll pick up paint. I'm bad about that too. Because I will take all the tips you can offer. I promise you. There, we got a nice red mushroom cap there. Kind of a solid color. Hi, creative and happy and faithful mess. All right, and now I'll paint this little guy the same color, but I imagine he's going to get some shadows because he's under the big one. I'm actually having fun playing with the watercolor and learning. I have to say for the longest time when I was arting, other than improving, you know, skills that I felt like I already pretty much knew, watercolor is a whole new deal. It's hard to tell because the quality isn't the best. And can you, okay, your house, your rules, have fun. I'm not sure what's happening, creative. Can I do something? The quality isn't the best. The only thing is the quality of the video bad, you guys. I know the white paper is just going to be a pain until I get some color on it. So, but are you still getting fuzzy screen or? I guess I'll move my water close to me so I don't have to reach across. I do have 2 containers of water here. One for, you know, washing my brush out and one for grabbing clean water. I've learned that much. It is quite pixelated. And Eileen says it's fine for her, so I can't tell. All right, this said let dry for a few minutes, so I'll go on, read the next instruction. Add a touch of burnt umber to your Indian red mixture. Now add some shadow areas to the middle edges and top of the small mushrooms. Okay, so it says to add some burnt umber. Is that the one I didn't have? Nope, I have burnt umber. Okay, so I'm going to add some burnt umber to the red because I'm done with the red. Quality is good for Kia. You know, I'm mixing this over here. Maybe I should show you guys. I went ahead and put the burnt umber in there. I think because I'm new, one thing I would like to do is have a piece of paper here. Do I have any watercolor paper just sitting here? I'd like to test it before I actually, yeah, here's a piece cut off. Okay, yeah, that color's good. I'm not confident enough just to go for it. So there you go. I went out of Chrome and came back, and it's a bit better. Okay. Jean said she is streaming. All right, so here we go. We're going to take some of this, and it says to add a touch of burnt umber to your Indian red mixture. Now add some shadows across shadow areas to the middle, edges, and top of the small mushroom. So we'll start with the top. Where'd my little, there it is, my little rag go? I can blot some of the water out. Because this brush does hold a lot of water. Looks kind of weird. Maybe I didn't, it's not dark enough. It's hard for me to tell. Live and learn, live and learn. Does that look like it's got some shadows now? That's something else you got to learn. Like a little bit of this paint goes a long way. Got you on the TV. We'll check and chat here and there. Gonna draw. Good girl, Galena. Get after it. I hope you're loving your book. Looking at the screen, I'm liking that shadow right now, especially right there at the top of the mushroom. I think that looks like a good shadow. For the stems, mix a tiny amount of raw umber with water for an off-white shade and paint them. Okay, the raw umber. Let's see, raw umber. Did I have raw umber? Let me see. I got to pull this closer because I can't see it. That's one thing with having a limited space. It's like, okay, I don't have raw umber. What did I say I could use instead? I'm going to use a little bit of the burnt sienna. I think it'll work about the same. Yeah, I said burnt sienna, didn't I? Yeah. And really for this, it looks like you need hardly any paint at all to get the color. Let me, this is hard. All right, put this back. I'm going to show you the reference picture right there. Yeah, I'm going for that kind of off-white, which I don't know how that's ever going to happen, but I've watered it down a lot. So we're just going to go for it. Ooh, that's got a lot of color. I'll use that little bit and just spread it as thin as I can. I'm glad I started up at the top. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'll go ahead and add some of the white to that to give it a little bit of color. And if I'm going to have a little pool of paint, I always leave it at the edges for a little extra shadow. All right, I'm going to add a little bit of the white to it, hopefully to get more of the color I want. We'll see. All right, that's looking a little bit better. Maybe. Keep your fingers crossed. Here we go. That looks more flesh tone, doesn't it? Who would have thought? It's all right. After letting the stems dry, darken the raw umber mixture with more paint and apply light streaks to the base. Okay, we can do that. So we're doing the umber. Okay. All right, I'm going to get out the heat gun here. And this is really, really, really watery. Let me yank up the heat gun. We'll make sure it's really dry. Well, it says after letting the stems dry. So I'm assuming that she wants them completely dry. Yeah, I do. Here's my scrap right here. Not taking long because really it's just not that wet. Okay, now it says to draw some streaks down. Yeah, I'm picking up some of that color and taking it off now. You guys are having a hard time seeing it, but for me, I'm going to get down where you can kind of see. I'm trying to do it like the book, you know, where there isn't a huge amount of color. And I'm not looking at the book. I'm just making this up as I go along. And I want kind of a little bit of a dark one over here. Oops, that's too dark. I'm eager to find out what the hell I'm doing here. Hey, Kitty. I just saw somebody talking to you. I missed you coming in. Hi, Adadol. Hi, Dog's Channel. That's cute. Dog's Channel. Hello, dog. All right. We've got a little bit of texture there, and that's pretty much what the whole idea was about. So, all right, next thing. The top stem can be darkened using the more concentrated mixture of raw umber and burnt umber. Using burnt umber for your shadow areas, create darkness under the mushroom tops and along the edges of the top of the stem. Okay, we can do that. I might add a little bit more of that. All right, now I will test the color because I don't want to go too dark. All right, that's dark. But I want a little bit more. I'll put it on the edge. Ooh, that's kind of dark. All right, here we're going for it. It's a lot of water. I'm going to add some little bit darker here in a minute. I know I go tired or quiet when I do this, but for me, I have to concentrate because this is not coming, naturally. There, that's better. Better, better, better. Oh no, somebody is already going to Amazon. And I haven't even been enabling. It must be Eileen. It's got to be Eileen. Doing what she's best at. What are you getting him to buy now, Eileen? Probably could have painted the Sistine Chapel in the time it takes me to do this, right? I like when it all kind of mixes out and just makes, the shadow like I want it. And that one's getting too dark, so I'm going to have to fix it. That's better. All right, those look like shadows to me. But I need more. I'm going to go directly into the dark. Quit messing around with this mixture stuff. We're going directly to the dark. Yeah, that's fine. All right, that's looking like shadow to me now. I'm liking it a lot better. All right, and then with this one is hitting this, it definitely needs a shadow. And when it dries, I'll go back and put the detail in. Thanks, Dee Dee. It's getting a little better, right? Learning curves, learning curves. All right, and I'm going to use, I forgot that under part of the mushroom right there. So I'm going to go back in with the real light color and put it in. Look at damn cat hair. I swear I'm going to shave that cat. If you see a shaved cat or a bald cat running around on Monkey Island, do not turn me in because the people know me. The cat needs to be bald. Thanks, you guys. Jean, thank you so much. You're trying to make cards like Xander made? Are you doing the alcohol ink thing, Teresa? That was so much fun. Oh, man, that was fun. All right. Now I think it's time to go ahead. Oh, I don't want necessarily want. Oh, stop. I should have gotten it. Here's one here. Whenever you sit down to watercolor, make sure you've got a paper towel. Paper towels are invaluable for fixing up things you really jack with. Ask me how I know. Poor Roxy. Oh my God. Poor Roxy. Everybody goes around talking about poor Roxy. Poor Roxy's lucky she's even alive. I'm not kidding you. That cat. Oh, we have a total love-hate relationship going on here. I'm not sure who's going to kill who first, frankly. All right. Now that I've had that off my chest, yeah, me and the cat. Whew. All right, I'm at number 5. When the mushrooms are dry, paint in the grass. Well, I'm not done with the mushrooms yet. Use a white gel pen. Yeah, that mushroom, that is not going to stay like that. I'm sorry, boys and girls. It's just not. Because in my world, mushrooms have... I'm going to go ahead and dry this before I jack and screw everything up. Hang on. I'll move the microphone so it's not too terribly loud. And I've never gotten a feel from when I watched other watercolor painters, if drawing with, if it's better to let it just dry naturally, you know, so it dries evenly or whatever, or like, does it matter if you use a heat gun? But on her illustration here, she's showing a little bit of the more earthy color down underneath the mushrooms, which I'm going to do because it'll give it a little bit more depth. So we're just going to paint a little bit of that in. And I'm using that really, really watered down paint that I use for the stems. So it's not going to, you know, jump out and hit you in the face. Anyway, now you guys are all going to take up for the cat, right? My mother's name was Roxy, really? Well, I'll tell you the way they got their names. I got what I thought was 2 female cats. And Robert had a cat. We brought it. It was wild from where my mother had been living. And Robert would go over and mow for my mother. And this cat just started following Robert around. The cat loved Robert. So I went over to move my mom out. And the cat, I told Robert, I'll bring the cat home. I'm going to put its water bowl in the car. If the cat jumps in the car, I'll bring the cat home, because I didn't necessarily want a cat. The cat jumped in the car. That was the first cat we had. His name was Tom, and we just named him Tom because he was a feral wild cat, right? Well, we went on vacation. We hadn't had him a year. We went on vacation, and the neighbor who was here taking care of him, and he was an outdoor cat. He never came in my house ever, which was a perfect cat. We went on vacation. When we got back, the neighbor said, I hate to tell you this. I feel horrible telling you this, but I came down to let the cat in. I used to let the cat in the breezeway. I came in to let the cat in, and the cat was laying underneath the boat. We had the boat on a trailer at that time. The cat's laying up under the boat, dead. So it's like, oh, crap. So I think we both missed Tom. So we wanted to get another cat. So we thought, well, we'll get a feral cat. We had a couple different cats. None of them worked out. One of them ran off. Well, I think that cat, I think, was the mother of a bunch of feral cats in the neighborhood. She just ran off. She couldn't handle being a people cat. So then my brother called one day and he said his friend had just had kittens. Did we want to go look? So we said, yeah, we'll go look at the damn cats. Well, they were absolutely adorable. So I go to Robert, oh, there was 2 left out of the litter. I said, can we get both of them? And Robert called me a juvenile delinquent. which makes me laugh to this day. Anyway, um, we ended up, my brother was with us. My brother had just lost his wife and he was staying with us. He came down and stayed for a few months. Um, I'm going to do some changes up here that aren't in the book. You guys just have to bear with me. When they brought the kitties out, the little boy kitty, well, one of the cats ran immediately to me and the other little cat ran to Robert. I mean, just immediately. So I was like, well, can we get both kitties? And he was like, oh, you're such a juvenile delinquent. But we ended up bringing both the damn cats home. And of course, they're little tiny, and it was April, so we couldn't leave them outside. They've been house cats. We ended up keeping both the cats, and by now they're indoor cats, right? And the cats that chose their people stayed the same. Like Rosie, we named them immediately. We thought they were two little girls. And so I named them Rosie and Roxy because I thought that was really cute. They had names, but there was just one letter difference. And it took a while for me to figure out that Rosie wasn't a girl. Rosie was a boy. And so I had to give him a really fancy dancy name. So I named him Roosevelt, and then she was all hacked off because he had a fancy name and she didn't. So I ended up having to name her Roxanne. So we ended up with Roxanne and Roosevelt. That's how we got the damn cats. Well, Rosie loved me. I mean, honestly, I don't think I've ever had a pet anywhere, anytime that loved me like Roosevelt. Well, when they're teeny tiny, you talk to a vet, CB. When they're teeny tiny, the boys don't look like boys. Let me just tell you, they don't look like boys. Anyway, we ended up with a boy and a girl, which then scared the snot out of me because, yeah, we don't be needing no brother and sister kittens running around here, right? So I was calling the vet, which the vet is actually a good friend of mine. She's Mary's daughter. So I was like, when can we fix these cats? When can we fix these cats? And so we did end up getting them fixed, but I've never had a pet anytime, anywhere love me like Rosie Bagosi loved me. And I ended up loving him. They are not damn cats. Well, in my world, they are. Thanks, Natalie. Anyway, Rosie, he was a big fat boy. And she's a tiny, hairy girl. They obviously had different daddies, right? And I lost this shadow. But we were down in Texas. The first year we had them, oh my gosh, this was the funniest thing. We used to have a fifth wheel and go to South Padre Island every winter. And the first year, they were still kittens, you know. And we were parked really, really close down there on the island. And the neighbors couldn't figure out because they played all night, right? And Robert and I were going literally insane with these damn cats wanting to play all night in a trailer. I don't know how long it was, 30-some feet trailer. And they'd want to play all night. And so finally, I just got to the point where I was like, okay, I'm going to treat them like I would a baby. I'm going to keep them up all day. If they even lay down and act like they're going to nap, They are awake. That is it. No more of this nonsense going on. But the neighbors, we talked to the neighbors. We didn't know them at that time, but we talked to the neighbors later, and they said, God, we used to hear the banging that was going on all night. We didn't know you had cats in there. And honestly, it was horrible. Anyway, when we were down at South Padre, Rosie Bagosi, I called him Rosie Bagosi, got real sick, and ended up taking him to the vet, and he had kidney failure, and there was just really absolutely nothing they could do for him. So I went ahead and put him to sleep, and that was one of the, I will admit it straight up, that was one of the hardest days of my life. I don't think I have ever cried as hard as I did that day, because it was unexpected. I thought we could take him into the vet and, get him some medicine, get him some food, get something that would help save Rosie Bagosi's life. But there was just, he said you could maybe prolong his life for a few months, but you're going to have to bring him in. And already I had spent a gazillion dollars. You're going to have to feed him special food. He's going to have IVs periodically, blah, 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 blah. And it was just like, what is this like going to be more torturous for the cat or for me? So yeah, I ended up getting some advice from Jan, and she kind of explained to me what his life was going to be like. And I made the hard decision. It was really one of the hardest decisions ever, because when I got up that morning, life was good. By noon, life had gone to hell in a handbasket. So there you go. There's a life lesson for you. Be thankful every day, because you never know what tomorrow will bring. You might have to lose your best friend. It was shocking, Lynn. That's exactly the good word for it, because really that morning I started noticing him acting weird. When I took him outside, he started going from puddle to puddle to puddle, kind of drinking up the water and stuff. It was like, this is not normal. And then when he got in the trailer, he would hunker down, and it just wasn't right. There was something about it that just wasn't right. All right, now I'm just doing some little bit of detail that probably I could live without, but yeah. Oh, they do. I mean, you end up just loving them really like they are absolute, utter, complete family. There's no doubt that they become family. But now we have Roxy Sircoxy, which is Robert's cat. I have to turn this so I want to get a shadow right underneath. See, with a pencil, this would be so damn easy. I want to get a shadow right down here. And this may be too dark. I don't know. We'll see. It's hard with watercolor, too, because you don't know the real color until after it dries. And I know that that's just part of the learning curve. I do know that, but it's hard when you're starting out. But I'm learning, and I'm okay with the whole learning curve thing. Done it before with other mediums, so this won't be so bad. But I missed Rosie Bagosi. That cat sat on me. He'd watch movies. He'd do anything I did. And he was an outdoor cat. He loved outdoors. So if I was out working in the garden, I could tell a story about Rosie Bagosi. It's not a good story, though, but it was, I laughed about it. But if I was out in the garden, he'd be out there in the garden with me. But when we had the farm in Bixby, I had a huge garden. I mean, it was huge enough that we tilled it with a tractor, right? And Robert had tilled the garden up for me early in the spring, and the dirt was real loamy. And so the minute Rosie ran in that garden, he just squatted and urinated just immediately. It was like a litter box. It was just like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. And I ended up having to put electric fence around it to keep all the critters out of it, right? But I went out in the garden and I didn't even think about the electric fence being on. And Rosie was running out ahead of me, and before I could get the electric fence unplugged, he ran into the electric fence and got a jolt, of course. And then it freaked him out so much that he turned around and ran right back out. So he got a jolt going in and a jolt going out. I have never seen a cat run that fast in my life. I'm not kidding. He ran back in the house, got behind the washing machine. I could not get him out for like hours. He was such a fun cat. All right, so let's see. When the mushrooms are dry, paint the grass with Hooker's dark green. All right, we'll do the dots very last because I'm kind of liking the shape and the color of the mushrooms now. I'm not sure I'm liking that that shadow. I'm going to try and fix that because it doesn't look like the top of the mushroom. Actually, it looks, all right, that's too much water. Let me see. I want like a real dark, right? Just to fix that right in there. That's better, I think. Anyway. I had a question. What watercolors am I using? These are the Mission Gold 24 that Scooby-Doo sent to me. I've only used them like a couple of times. I used them over the weekend. They're brand new to me. And I don't have huge experience with watercolors, so I can't say too much, but I would have to say, given what little bit of experience I have, I'm loving them. And I have some Daniel Smith and some M. Graham. And I'm loving all of them. So definitely the artist grade watercolors perform differently. Now, I do want to get myself some really nice paper. I really do. But that'll be a Christmas gift to myself because it's going to be expensive. All right, so here we go. When the mushrooms are dry, which they're not because I just screwed with that, but I think I can go ahead. Paint the grass with Hooker's dark green mixed with burnt umber and use a fine detail brush for long thin blades of grass. All right, we'll get some Hooker's green out here. But yeah, I'm liking these Mission Gold paints. And honestly, maybe Jean or somebody can give you an idea in the price range and stuff like that, what they're comparable to, because I don't have that kind of knowledge yet. Which implies I intend to get that, right? All right, I just put out enough Hooker's green for 15 paintings, I'm pretty sure. And she said mix the burnt umber, right? Yeah, the burnt umber, which I do have. Ooh, that burnt umber is really dark. Okay. And I'm not going to mix them. I'll mix them side by side and then just mix them a little bit at a time and get some clean water here. But yeah, I have enough Hooker's green there for a lot. Let's get our, I'll wash my brush out. And I'm sorry this takes me so long, but because I'm inexperienced, it's kind of the nature of the beast. All right. All right, we're going to be doing blades of grass. This brush has such a nice tip on it. I'm not even sure if I need that detail brush. All right. Okay. I'm okay with that color. Yeah, this tip is better than the detail brush I got out, so I'm just going to use it. I do have some others. I really need to organize my brushes better. That's all I can say. All right, I'm going to turn this upside down because it will be easier for me to pull the grass strands toward me rather than away from me. So I think what I'm going to do is, just to get the blob of grass down there, I'm going to go ahead and do like wet on wet first. I'm going to go ahead and wet the paper. Look at me talking all like a flippin' professional and stuff. But I just know that I like the way the green and stuff will spread a little bit better if I do that. Just to give it some color back there before I start putting in too much detail. All right, that looks like it's got a little bit of variation in colors, right? Janet does poppies and now shrooms. I hope this is a drug-free YouTube channel. You know better, Eileen. You better drink before you get here. All right, so it looks like she just starts somewhere and pulls it up. Yeah, this brush is pretty nice for the details. And I should have probably let that dry a little bit before, but that's okay. The ends of the grass will just disappear there in the wet part. I'm going to mix the colors or use the mixture here in just a minute as I get some of this. Okay, now I'm going to gotten a little dry. That's kind of fun. Okay, I'm going to take some of this. All right, wait a minute. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take some clean water and go ahead and add back in here to kind of level it out a little bit with some of the darker. So you can't necessarily see when my brush strokes started. Oh, I wish my head wasn't all clogged up like that. Turn it around, let myself look at it, see what I think. Now I'm using just clean water to go ahead and spread it around. I'm liking it. I like the base of the mushrooms a lot now. I really am. All right, now one thing, when I'm looking at her painting, I think she didn't give all the instructions. It looks almost like she took some of that dark red kind of. Let me see. I'm not going to do it. I don't want to jack it up at this point, but yeah, I'm going to need a lot finer brush than this one. All right, I'm going to leave it. We'll go ahead. Can you guys see that? I'm going to wait until it dries and see how it dries. But it almost looks like, I'm going to turn it around again to get into that shadow. But it almost like she took some real fine lines. And I don't think when it dries, you're even going to be able to see this much. But I think it's just going to add a little bit more. Dimension make the mushroom look a little bit more curved than it does right now. And I'm using like the littlest, tiniest strokes with the littlest, tiny amount of paint on it. But if I'm going to spend time doing this, I'm going to learn and I'm going to try and do it the very best I can. And even if it doesn't turn out good, if I've learned something in the process, I will be okay with that. Because learning something new, I don't expect that it's going to turn out, you know, like a knowledgeable painter did it, right? Just as long as I keep learning. And I don't even know if you guys can really see this. I can see it. And I think when it dries, it's going to make a difference in the depth. I really do. And Eileen is in chat yelling at me, so I'm going to have to go read what she's yelling at me about. She's good at that, like really good at that. And Eileen, I'm sorry, but I think your birthday card is not going to get there in time. Well, I can almost guarantee it. Unless I hire a hunky guy to come and deliver it. Which is not out of the realm of possibility. Do you want him dressed like a fireman? Do you want him dressed like a cop? A milkman delivery guy? Thanks, Dee Dee. Thanks, Orla. Yeah, actually, it says take a white gel pen and add the white spots. So that's what I'm going to do. If you look at the original picture, I'll go ahead and put that out here now because we've done pretty much a lot of the painting. This is the original that I'm, but see, like you can't even see in there, but it looks like on her original, she has some lines there at the edge. And I can't really see it on the screen. It did darken it a little, which you're not having a birthday, you big fat liar. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and use the gel pen now. Let's test which one will work best. My very favorite white gel pen of all times. Now watch, I won't be able to find it. I have more though, so no worries there. That's not my very favorite. This one sucks actually. Where is my favorite white one? This is the plain Signo. That one's not a good one. It's here all the time. What the hell? I wonder if I took it in the other room for some stupid reason. Why would I do that? You know what might work better, though? I'm wondering is if this acrylic pen wouldn't work better. Because the, doggone it. Whew, last one. I'm going to say, this is getting crazy worrisome right now. What did he say? E.T.'s birthday is the 13th. Because she is having a birthday. Yes, she is. The 13th. All right, here's the Jelly Roll pen. And actually, if you use these frequently, they're not bad. But they have a horrible, horrible habit of, if you let them sit too long, they don't want to work. This is the regular Uniball Signo, and you can see the difference between them. The very best white pen I've ever found is this Uniball Signo. But if you just order any of them, you're going to end up with this one, which I don't know. It's where it's manufactured. Doesn't say. But you want this one that is manufactured in Japan. It's UM153, and it's got that little yellow Japanese signal on it. These are the best, and mine's getting pretty nasty. They don't last forever. But they are the best white gel pens I've ever found. I got so sick of gel pens that you'd buy, and in 2 minutes, they'd write great when you opened them and just started using them. And then within like minutes, they acted like they didn't want to write, like this one's acting right now, but it's going to come. This is the Japanese one. I've never had trouble with this, but I am really hard on these pens too. I will say that. All right, we're going to use the Jelly Roll, I guess. It's more agreeable. This is a brand new one is why. Yeah. How many of us have stacks of white pens that we don't throw away because we have faith that the next time we touch them, they're going to start writing? Dee Dee's getting pizza. Ooh, that makes me jealous. But I'm thinking too, I don't think the acrylic will suck up the color. The problem with a white pen, and we're going to do a quick experiment here. The problem with the white pen is it's going to want to suck up the color. And remember, watercolor, just the nature of the beast dictates that it releases its color. It's not permanent. So let's see which one's going to stay the truest white, just because we can do that. All right, I'm going to go ahead and blow dry this. Too many to count. I hear you, Orla. I mean, and we're all in the same boat. Yep. I thought you had some no bleed white ink. I have the Chinese white in here, but I did use it over the weekend and I found that it does bleed because it's going over the watercolor. The Chinese white, yeah, it's going over the watercolor, so it did bleed. Now I have some old Chinese white that I haven't tested in a long time. Faithfulness, I could talk about hoarding art supplies and be referring to everyone here today and most of the people who watch on YouTube. All right, here's our little experiment. I'll do it kind of big. So yeah, see this little butt head isn't wanting to work real good. Yep, it's already, the red is already moving. Here's the acrylic. This is the Craft Smart paint pen, which is supposedly acrylic. I think I'm going to go with the acrylic. It's going to stay brighter white. Can you see the difference? You piece of crap camera makes me so mad when it doesn't want to focus. There we go. This is the acrylic down here. This is the white pen up there. I think I'm going to use and these, when I bought them and I showed them to you guys, I said, don't buy them. They're junk. Don't buy them. Yeah, no, I have the white in a bottle. Let me see if it isn't right here. Well, actually, I have a couple of, and my Chinese white isn't in here. I'm going to have to dig it up. I have the Higgins white, which I could put on with a, and actually this probably would be the best white, but I'm going to go the easy way and use this one. But this calligraphy ink, it says for fountain and dip pens, don't put it in your fountain pen. I'm just telling you, they have to put too much solid in there to make it remain opaque. And you don't want that in your fountain pens. If it's a cheap fountain pen, go ahead. But don't put it in your fountain pens, just saying. Yeah, that actually, Lynn, you're right. This would probably be the best white ink, or the Chinese white if I knew where it was. And I also have, well, I have this white too, the Bombay India ink. Either one of those would work. Because white ink in a bottle, you can never have just one. Yeah, ink in the bottle. Yeah, if this doesn't work out, I probably will end up going over it with the ink out of the bottle. But for right now, this is going to be so convenient, so we're just going to use it. All right, and the way she did the splotches, they're just random, not all evenly shaped. So we're just going to go for it. We're not even going to look at the book. We'll just go ahead and just put some random white dots on here. I don't want them to be round. I do like the randomness of the shape. Some big, some small. And not evenly spaced, even though they right now are looking evenly spaced. And then occasionally I'll have to juice this bad boy up. No, but honestly, when you see these at, I think I got these at Michael's, the Craft Smart, I would not waste my money on them. I really would not. I mean, for something like this, they're fine. And I think I paid $6 for the whole pack of them, but I have not been happy with them, for real. I'm not. Posca, spend the extra, get yourself a nice Posca. Yeah, these suck. Shroom has the measles. And there's a ball in there. I just haven't got it moving yet. Yep, now it's going to want to puke out a bunch of white at once. There we go. That's why I hate them. I mean, it's like a flood or it's nothing. So anyway, no big deal. Just save your money. Do yourself a favor. But the red is not coming through, and that was kind of my whole idea. So and always prime them off of your art because sometimes they will just flood. Yeah, that's probably good enough. Maybe too much. Anyway, the smaller one she shows with actually fewer white dots. More right here along the edge. And actually, oh well, I'll just leave it like this. It's fine. I think that's how we're going to leave it. Unless I see something I need to improve later. I'm not at all unhappy with the mushrooms. Just softening a few of these edges. And now that I've done this, I mean, this has been a great little practice, and I've enjoyed the heck out of it. Going back in and putting a sky in. Well, I'll ask Jean. Jean, if you were going to go back in at this point and put a sky in, what would be the best way to do that? Because I like it when it's painted edge to edge. Thanks, you guys. I'm okay with it, you know, because I've only done 3 or 4 paintings. So this actually, yeah, I'm really okay with it. One thing I am going to do, and I'm going to do it, this is probably cheating like hell, but I've already used white acrylic paint on it, so it's not like it's a purist sort of deal. Oh, I broke Robert's mouse now. I'm going to look down here for a brown pen. Okay. I don't think I really broke it. But where is the chat? Doggone it. All right, but right now I don't have chat, so you can say pretty much anything you want about me, and I won't know it. I'm going to go right along the edge of that white, because I know I can't paint a line this thin. And Jean, if you're talking to me and answering my question, I can't hear you, so or I can't read you. So bear with me. Maybe I'll get chat back. The other day it took a minute, but I did get it. Okay, there it is. Yay. Janet is a brat. I am a brat. I really like. You may get the book. Get the book. Get the book. Get the book. Thanks, Creative and Happy. Thanks, you guys. I'm going to try and get pop out chat again. Keep your fingers crossed that this is going to work. I can't read against that black background, though. So, yeah, doesn't do me any good having that black. Yeah, I like the little line at the bottom of it. I really do. So I don't know if this is cheating or not, adding some of the little detail with a pen, a marker afterward. A good brown pen is worth its weight in gold, I swear to God. Now I'm just drawing some little vertical lines like you kind of see on the edge. I'm obviously not a purist, right? You would wet the background with a clean water, don't touch the mushrooms, then drop in your background color. That's kind of what I was thinking, is do like a wet on wet, and just stay the heck away from the edge of the mushrooms. Or, well, can you put masking fluid over something that you've already painted to protect it? It won't yank the color off, will it? Because I could go around the edges quickly with, masking fluid or something to keep them pure, and then just go balls to the wall. I think my pen would be happier not doing this, but there we go. Started writing again. And I know you guys probably aren't seeing this, that you have to. You don't need it if you're careful. Well, CB, that could be the problem right there. There's no cheating. Okay, thank you, CL Aldridge. Had to chime in. There's no cheating in art. Okay, you can be dishonest about what you do, but there's no cheating. This is just now a mixed media piece. Okay. Hi, May. Yeah, it has been a while. The rat and I are doing great. Thank you for asking. Yeah, no, we're doing just fine. Just fine. Just fine. I don't know. I guess I'm going to call it done. The big mushroom seems like I could add more depth or something. Like it's just huge, but that's kind of what mushrooms are about, right? So I'm happy with it. Do we want to pick out another one? We've got about an hour. Let's do, well, you know what? I'm actually going to leave the tape on there because I think I am going to go ahead and add a sky later on. Or should I add it now so you guys can watch me screw up and then you guys can laugh? I don't mind offering entertainment. But I think I do want to add like a blue background or something. Now do the dragonfly. Okay, Eileen wants me to do the dragonfly. I'll get out another piece of paper. Let's do the dragonfly really quick. And I am using bee paper, and that's BEE, like the insect, bee company. I don't, let's see, let me see. I don't have much of this left. I'm going to have to reorder it. It's the bee paper company. It comes 6x9. It is 100% cotton fiber. It's 140 pound. So, it's got a little bit of texture. But I'm liking this paper. And if you order it off Amazon, it's fairly reasonable price. I can't remember what I ordered for the what I paid for the hot press, but I want to do some flowers on it. So tomorrow, my the book that Eileen got. Sorry, if this is flashing out the camera for just a minute. 10 steps to flower drawing or some crazy thing. There's a dragonfly. This should be pretty simple, and it's only 3 colors: burnt umber, ivory black, and ultramarine. So yeah, that's what the little dragonfly looks like. We're going to sketch it out real quick. Where is the watercolor pencils? I sketch with them because then I don't have to go back and erase anything later. So this one, I don't know. I'm not really crazy about the way she's done the dragonfly, but we're going to go ahead and do it anyway. We're going to do it just like it's shown, and then I may go back and try later on my own. But it looks like I can go with kind of a dark pencil. I'll just do the burnt umber. They don't really have colors. I just named them my own self. All right, so here we got a blank piece of paper. I'll try and let you guys see the sketch as I'm sketching it. I don't worry about whether or not my sketch is exactly like their sketch. I don't even worry about that. Oh my God, that's terrible. Let's see if we put this up here. If it'll. Okay, that's going to help. So let's see. How far we want it about like that on the page. So we'll put the head right about here. I know that's casting a shadow that may be hard for you guys to see. God, I wish I didn't have to get that close to the edge. All right, there's my dragonfly. Oops, probably want to leave it right there. In the zone, yeah. When I go quiet, you know I'm like thinking, but I didn't have to think too hard about that. All right, so the instructions start out and say, although it's fairly simple, this project will help to introduce you to the concept of ink and wash. The ink work is done first, followed by the quick washes of color. Don't be afraid of going outside the lines, as that is what adds some interest to ink and wash. There you go. So I need black permanent ink pen, size 5-in-1. I need a round brush. Apparently the size doesn't matter. And 3 colors of paint, which are burnt umber, ivory black, and ultramarine. And I have all those in this 24 Mission Gold set, so I don't have to go searching. So the first instruction is sketch over the outline of the dragonfly on the opposite page using size 5 ink pen. I'm not working in the book, so let's see, number 5 permanent ink pen. 5 is kind of, to me, a big nib. I think I only have 5, 3, and 8 out here. We'll look. And I have the 2 also. Let's see. Ultra fine 05. I don't know if this is permanent, though. One way to find out, get it wet. And generally, you're going to want to let your ink dry for at least a couple minutes. Yeah, that is not ever going to be waterproof. So that one is not waterproof. Let's see what else we got going on here. We got lots of different name brands to try. We got a 1 and a 3. We're going to go with the 3. I have a 5 in my stash, but I'm just going to use the 3 because I don't think it matters that darn much. This one's old. I'm going to leave the blue there just because the camera likes it better. So hopefully it won't get in our way. All right, here we go. We're going to outline our little dragonfly. And I'm pressing pretty good. So I get as thick a line as possible. Yeah. We got that. All right, so the next instruction is complete the interior details using broken sketchy lines and a smaller pen, usually size 1. We have a size 1 right there. All right, so the details in the book are anything shown in black. So we'll start with the little antennas he's got coming off. A black line down his head. We'll just do all of his body stuff first. Now, see, for those, I would say your 3 or your 8 would make a whole hell of a lot more sense. Do whatever you want. How about that? That's what I'm doing. I like dragonflies. Sorry, not talking arting. I would say if you're a beginner and you want to learn this, I'm enjoying this book. I really am. Um, it definitely breaks things down that are understandable. Um, and they're quick projects. It's not like you have to spend an hour or so. Like we'll have this one done definitely in less than the hour we got left. So, um, and you don't have to worry about doing your drawing just like their drawing. Do your own drawing. If it's basically the same idea, it's all good. Truth of the matter is, it's a sheet of paper. All right, we got ourselves a dragonfly. I do want to darken that a little bit, and I'll put another one up there. I'm going to go ahead and add another one in there. Looks off balance without it there. He's got a striped butt. Xander is streaming tonight. I know she's not taking her meds right now because of this upcoming surgery, and I wouldn't blame her if she just said enough is enough, because she should not have to be in pain and entertain us as well. Just saying. All right, mix up some water with a touch of burnt umber. Apply it to the body of the insect right on top of that inkwork you did previously. Okay, mix up some burnt umber. I was just using burnt umber, wasn't I? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I was. We'll get fresh just so we know. Burnt umber is it's a really pretty brown. Don't know how much we're going to need, so we'll get plenty just in case. I do like this ceramic plate because it does give you pools of paint to draw from, so I can see why they recommend using porcelain. All right, that looks a little dark. You want it lighter, you just have to add a little bit more water. So I like that better. All right, here we go. We'll add darker on his underside, I think. And she said, go outside of the lines. It just makes your pen and ink more interesting. And I can see that, like those sketch a day things that we've been doing. And I probably got my wings going too far down into his body, but oh well. Cat hair. God. Yeah, makes it interesting, I think. Could have probably, the black is wanting to run a little bit, not a lot. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go outside the lines like she said. Crazy dragonfly. Going outside the lines. But I like the way it looks, Eileen. I really do. I like the way going outside the line looks. So I'm going to go ahead and add some dark here on his underside. Just to add a little bit more interest, I think. And then I'll get clean water to go ahead and spread it out a little bit. Okay. You want glossy on the wings? We can do that. All right, so the next thing says mix up some water with a touch. Oh, we already did that one. And we went outside the lines, just like she said. Not, okay, I'm going to make myself do a little bit messier. We're going to, I should have done it a more lighter color, actually. All right, we're going to go outside the lines here. That's too bad that you have to emphasize that because, see, for me, that is like an imperfection, but I do like it. Like doing these drawings a day. Yeah, it's cool. All right. With the layer still wet, take a darker pigment, a burk on. Oh, I already did that and run along the bottom half of the body. I did that, but I'll go ahead and do it again. Make it a little darker. Since I kind of lost it a little bit. Kind of is way too wet, I think. All right, that's good enough. Now I just contaminated my clean water, but that's okay because we don't have that much left. Mix water with a tiny bit of ivory black and a touch of ultramarine to create a really light shade of blue-gray. Apply this to the wings in quick stroke motions, following the ink lines you sketched. Okay, so she's saying ultramarine, which is here. And ultramarine is a really, really pretty blue. And I won't need more than that, I promise you. And ivory black, which I happen to have. I've never used it before. Set it side by side because I don't want too much black. So that's going to be plenty of black. Because you'd be surprised how much paint you don't need with watercolor. I'm shocked every time. Like, look at how much excess paint I have for all those colors that I used. I didn't need to make that much. So I'm going to add a little bit of water to the ultramarine blue because she said you want it real faint. So I'm going to add some clean water that has a touch of little brown to it, but that's okay. And then we're going to mix it with a little bit of black. But I'll keep some pure blue on this edge because I think that's, yeah, there's blue-gray. I think I want it a little bit bluer, so we'll just, yeah,
that's more the blue that I want. All right. All right, here we go. And she said, do it just real sketchy. And mine is obviously going to be, I think, more apparent than hers. I mean, when she said blue-gray, you can barely see it on hers. And if I want to lighten those now, even still, I can get some clean water, dry my brush, and hopefully pull that paint a little bit. But if I can't, I'm not going to worry about it. Oh, I need to send Robert to the store. I just remembered that. Okay, I had that brown line from my sketch down there. I just went ahead and mixed that in there, and that's fine with me. I don't care. He's kind of fun. Did you do him with me, Eileen? Since you wanted the little dragonfly. Now, actually, what I think would be fun with him is to go ahead and do a background, like a wet on wet. We're going to try it because we've got a little bit of time before I've got to scram out of here and let Jean take over. And then you guys can go watch Jean and see how it's really done, not how a goofball like me jacks it up. I like him though. He's fun. Now we're going to do a background, and I don't know what I'm doing, but we're going to do it anyway. I'm going to go ahead and dry this, like really dry it good. And then I'm going to put a background around him. So I'm probably going to want a bigger brush. Yeah, this is good. I need to give you something of things to tell you that we're not out at the same time. I believe that. You're going to get the book though, right, Eileen? You're going to get the book, right? I would recommend this book, and I don't know how much it costs because it was a gift. But if you like playing with watercolors, yeah, it's a fun book. I like him, but I think to make him stand out, I'm going to do a background of like greens and maybe yellows and blues. I'm going to get it sopping ass wet here in a minute. Good enough. All right, one thing I do need to do, because I contaminated my clean water with brown, I don't want it brown, so it will only take me a second. I'm going to get some clean water because I dipped in the wrong container.
honestly, it's probably not that big a deal, especially for the kind of crap I'm doing. But I don't want to start forming bad habits early, because I already have enough bad habits, believe me. Tons of bad habits. Okay, before I wet the paper or anything, I'm going to choose the colors and put them, sopping ass wet being a technical term. Well, of course, Safia. It's an artist from Oklahoma term, yeah. I say that stuff and don't even realize I'm saying it, you guys. And Eileen can tell you the crap that comes out of her mouth. OMG. I actually clean it up quite a bit to be on screen, don't I, Eileen? Okay. I haven't used the sap green, so let's use some of the sap green. And I'm going to need quite a little bit of paint for the background here, because it is a larger area. So we're going to use that. And because we used ultramarine in the piece itself, it's probably a good idea to go ahead and repeat that color. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and sop up the ultramarine that's there, that's got the black in it, and we'll just use that spot. That's clean enough. All right, and then just because we can, and it'll make a fun green, we're going to add some yellow. Which yellow, though? Do we want orange yellow or lemon yellow? Let's do the permanent yellow deep, because it's a yummy. It is a deep, warm yellow. Yeah, I clean it up a lot, believe me. Oh, Elaine, you are so missing me ranting and raving over the news these days. You can just imagine. I actually do miss our talks a lot. A lot. Poor Robert has to listen to me now. All right, let's just, because we're new at this, we're just going to get this whole area. You can see I cleaned my brush real good there. All right, this is what it means to get your paper sopping ass wet, right? All right, we'll dip into the sap green. Paint it around. Get some of the ultramarine and add to it. I don't know if that yellow is going to work with that blue. That's one of the things you kind of got to learn. My paintbrush is icky. I don't want to get gray. Why is that ultramarine just icky? I should do miss you too. We solved every world problem. I know. Eileen is the best for cursing on a YouTube channel. Oh, God, yeah. She's the best. She really is. I'm not liking that blue. Somehow it looks like it got dirty. Well, we're going to go with it anyway. Whatever happens, happens. It's a piece of paper, right? Who cares? All right, here we go. Sopping ass wet. Let me get the bigger brush out. And this 100% cotton fiber paper, it totally sops up the water. That's why the other night when I was arting with Colleen, I was like, oh my God, why isn't this paper sucking up the water? Well, one, it was only 25% cotton fiber, and then the hot press made it ridiculous. So I was like, oh man, this is a huge problem. Huge problem, huge. And this is going to buckle because I don't have it taped down. No worries. We're not going to worry about it. We don't care. And because we already went over the edges of the dragonfly, if it bleeds a little, we don't care. Right. Let me get in between its wings real quick. So we're really doing like a little wet on wet dealy here. I don't want it to look different. All right, there. We got some wet stuff going on. We're going to do the green first. Just I'm just going to randomly put the color on. Don't care. Don't care at all. See, this is fun to me. Just putting the color on and letting it see whatever it's going to do. Okay, now I want this pretty darn clean. Do you have some of this, Lynn? This bee paper? Or you've got some coming or something? I've been real happy with it. And the thing I like about it is I didn't spend a lot of money. So I feel like if I wreck something and it really is just a piece of paper, I don't have to worry about it. Because yeah, I didn't pay a whole heck of a lot of money for it. So it's not like I'm really wasting anything, right? And it's starting to dry in some places. So that's one thing you got to do when you're working is you got to move fast. Sorry, are you guys seeing okay? I'm not sure if I'm even going to use that yellow. I should, I guess. And I know that's dried in there. I'm going to go ahead and just wet it again with whatever's on the brush. And I still got to put shiny on the brush for Eileen, or on the wings. Sometimes it looks like it's getting a little dirty, so I'll have to clean out my brush. And it's wild looking, huh? Wild. Wild looking. And that green is actually looking really yellow, which is weird. I know Jean's having a fit right now. What are you doing? Liking it. Oops. And if it goes in the dragonfly, who cares? We can actually pick that up. That makes it really interesting to me. Now I wonder if I can get that yellow without getting it dirty. Interesting, interesting. What I would like, and I'm not sure if it's, I'm totally off script now, okay? The book has long since gone. Bye-bye. All right, this one I'm going to go ahead and add some water and see if it'll spread a little bit more. The ultramarine blue does granulate a little bit, which I like. I like it a lot. So let me go ahead and add some water in here. But I suppose it would depend on the picture whether or not I liked it a lot, really. Yeah, when the paper starts drying, you can definitely tell it starts behaving totally different. Like that was totally dry over there. Yeah, you don't want to do that because that's going to make it look really funky. But this is, I'm okay with this. All right, now just to dull it back down, sop up any excess. We're just going to see how it works. I like it a lot. Yeah, Jean, wake up. That was fun. I actually liked that a lot. But what I was thinking earlier when I didn't finish my sentence, I'm sorry. You know how dragonflies, to me, when I see them, and we have a lot of dragonflies around the lake, they always have a little bit of purple in them. And it may be a little late in the game to add purple. I'm going to water it down enormously. That's one thing I would say about this Mission Gold 24 set. I love it. Don't think for a moment that I'm bashing it at all. I mean, I couldn't love this more if I tried. Mary and Dee Dee, you make a spray. Well, I mean, what's the worst that can happen? I mean, I'm not playing with matches. You know, see me play with matches, then we're in big trouble. But I don't know. Dragonflies always have a lot of purple in them in my world. This set only has one purple in it. So that is one thing. But I got thinking, okay, this is so stupid because I have so much stuff here to play with. It's ridiculous. I ought to get my butt spanked for this. Oh, I shouldn't say that too loud. We don't want the rat to hear this. But actually, if I wanted to order some Mission paints, I think I could use these wells right here and like tape or something, some half pans down. So if I want to expand this, I think I could relatively easy. Just use these center wells here. There's no room. Yeah, these two center wells here, because I still have all this up here for mixing. But when I'm sitting here at the table using them, I just mix on my porcelain plate anyway. So, all right. I've got some little bit of the dragonflies there have green in their wings. See, everybody's so different. Yeah, here they've got purple in their wings. So I'm going to go ahead and add just a little bit of purple, which I don't care if anybody else likes it. It's my painting. And actually, they're here. I don't think their bodies are green or brown, actually. I think they're more iridescent. I mean, I could be wrong, but I have a picture. This is crazy. I'll see if I can find that picture. But I have a picture of dragonflies doing the nasty on Robert's shoulder. I'll see if I can find that. All right, now I don't want to booger this up too much, okay? And I may have already, but I don't know if we were sitting at the pool or if we were out on the boat. Your dragonflies are blue-green and red-orange in their bodies. Altoids boxes make great mini palettes. Yeah, I actually have one. I don't know what to call you, C.L. Aldridge. I'll try and remember your name if you tell me, but oh my God. Yeah, but I don't remember them having little brown bodies. I think ours are more iridescent and depending on the sunlight. But I think they're really more blue-green, honestly. Christine. Okay, Christine, I'm going to try and remember that. My sister's best friend's name was, well, it still is, Christine. So I should be able to remember that, right? They're iridescent in New Jersey. See, I think they're iridescent too. And then their wings are actually really cool. They're a lot like this, only like, and I maybe should have done more. But like the wings themselves have more compartments or something in them, you know? So yeah. And since we've used the little bit of green, I'll go ahead and add a little bit of the green to it because mine are more iridescent where you get more color in the wings. I'm not going to add a lot of it, but just a little bit. But yeah, ours are very iridescent. Depending on the light, you can see a ton of different colors. But since I added that green to the background, I don't think it would hurt to add the green to the wings a little bit. Just kind of tie it all together. Wing compartments. There you go. Thank you. Vein lines. You all know exactly what I mean. Name association. Exactly, Christine. Or use it a couple times and you're far more likely to remember it. Yeah. I get so embarrassed when I can't remember names, especially for people that I've known for like a long time. But honestly, like Robert had a business here on the lake. So for years and years, when Robert and I would go out in public together, we would run into people he knew, and it was everywhere we went. It didn't matter where we went, what we were doing, we would run into somebody that Robert knew. It's not so bad now because he hasn't had the business for a lot of years, and a lot of the old customers have either moved or passed on. But he would introduce me to people. And I was like, yeah, whatever. This happens every time we're out, you know. And I wasn't being a creep, but I kind of was, because it was literally every time we went, we would be an additional half hour or more yakking at people that were so happy to see Robert Vaughn again. And then I would run into those same people. And of course, they remembered me, but I had no clue who they were. No clue. Didn't know their name, nothing. And I'd be so embarrassed. And finally, I figured out, you know what? The best thing to do in that situation is just fess up. Just say, I'm sorry, I don't remember your name. I think people respect you a lot more if you do that. So rather than pretend, I just got to where I'd go, I'm sorry, I apologize, I don't remember your name. But I'd get embarrassed, because they'd be like, oh, hi, how's Robert? And it's like, oh, God, who the hell are you? So there we go. We've got 20 minutes till Jean comes on. I had fun today, you guys. I really did. I love the Markova book, and I'm actually going to color in that. I don't know when I'm going to color in it, but I am going to color in it soon. The pages, I think, are a little bit overwhelming for me, but I'm going to make myself do it. Who the hell are you? Exactly. Why do you know my name? Who the hell are you? And why are you talking to me? Did I act like I wanted you to talk to me? I'm not that rude, Eileen. I want to be, but I'm not. So there's the mushrooms. I love my little mushrooms. I really do. And I'd love a background on them, but I really don't want to screw them up. And then here's the dragonfly. So we did get quite a bit accomplished today. We got mushrooms, dragonflies, and Carla book. So yeah, it was a good. Oh, glossy on the wings. That's right. All right, what do we want to use for glossy on the wings? I do have. Here's the jelly roll. Is this a Stardust or something like that? I've got a bunch of these pens. Let's see how they. Yeah, this will be a little bit sparkly. You want me to use that, Eileen? It's sparkly. Can you see that? Let me do it over the green. And these write really good. I don't know why. Can you see that sparkly? There it is, right there. Sparkly, right there. You want me to do that? You were thinking winkies too? Do the damn wings, okay. Or I have, what do you call that stuff? In the bottle. All right, we're doing the wings. Never mind. I have been told what I need to do. So here we go. We're doing the wings. Oh, I actually have the paintbrush Wink Estella too. And this is working good. And it's all glittery. So that should make her whining little butt happy. And if it's not enough sparkly for her, I'll get the Wink Estella out and we'll just paint them. Glossy accents is what I was thinking of. Oh, this is good, Eileen. This is really good. I do love this. How cool is this? Wait until you see the sparkly of this. Woo! Fancy schmancy. I have a whole pack of these pens. I don't know where I got them. I must have bought them, but I don't remember. It is making the wings really shimmery and nice, though. I have to say that. We make a good team, girly girl. She's wanting. Good grief, hey. You wanted Wink Estella. Okay. Well, look at how sparkly that is. All right, we'll do it. Yeah. Nope. We're going to do them all like this. They're all about the same. How is this different than Wink Estella? I do have the Wink Estella, though. I could put Wink Stella on top of this. This is going on really nice. And when you look at that shimmer, you can't really whine about it, Eileen. Shit, she'll be whining the rest of the day. I think I need to go into hiding. Actually, I either need to get in the car and go get bread, or I got to send the rat. But I want garlic toast. I'm afraid to look. Wink Stella is messy. Thanks, Kathy. I love hearing that from you because I admire you and your artwork so, so much that if you say anything good about what I did, I will go around like walking on cloud nine the rest of the day going, woohoo, Kathy likes me. Woohoo, she liked my work. I'm so happy. My Rubik's Cube today was horrible. Why didn't I get out the damn ruler? But oh well. They're supposed to be quick 10-minute sketches is why. So get over it. Or at least in my world, they're supposed to be quick 10-minute sketches. That's the rule I set for myself. Look at that, Eileen. Now you cannot be having a problem with that shimmery stuff going on there. That is pretty. You look at it one way and you can see the design. You look at it this way and it knocks your eyeballs out. The wings are transparent. Their veins are not sparkly. I can go over it. Crybaby. I swear, when Eileen and I someday are together and we stream together, if one of us isn't bleeding by the time it's over, it probably won't be a good stream. And I hope it's her. You like this Sakura better? You never saw a vein sparkly. Okay, so I'll unsparkle the veins. That's no big deal. I still got a pen that will write over the sparkly. Cry, baby. Now that I've thought of garlic toast, my mouth is literally watering. Literally watering. I love garlic toast. I can't remember what these are called. Stardust? I can't remember. I can't even imagine myself buying them. But what else did I? Oh, I ordered a mouse. I did drop my mouse on the concrete and break it. So I did have to order myself a new mouse. And I did order that drawing book, the flower drawing book. So we'll be drawing flowers together soon. Eileen, if you haven't checked out Eileen on Twitter and the flowers she's been drawing, she's kicking ass and taking names too. She's never been to Grand Lake. We have weird everything. Yeah, we do. Okay, that is some sparkly wings that we got going on there. Do you want me to make his eyes sparkly? Oh, you got the flower book too, Elaine. Yay, you. You want to be Eileen in your next life? You want me to pick on you? Glitter veins. Think outside the box. There you go, faithful mass. I don't know. That brown on the bottom side of his body really didn't stay brown, so I might go in and touch up a little bit. But this was fun. This one was really fun. And the background is fun. Who knows where he's flying to. Down to Boca to give Eileen crap, I hope. Robert Vaughn,
Yes, ma'am.
we need bread before dinner time.
You need what?
Bread before dinner time.
Bread before dinner time.
Yep.
Okay, bread before dinner time. I'm gonna come up here in a little bit.
Okay. I didn't know if you were going anywhere today.
No, but I will.
I can go down and get it.
I can do it.
There. I'm unglittering the veins, Eileen.
Tell her hi.
You heard him. Look at what I do for her. Can you believe the crap I do for her? Oh my God. There, do you like that better? They're not glittery veins anymore. Look at that. Let me get the light just right. Can you see that? Do you feel better now? Hi from Australia, Miffy. I haven't seen dragonflies that look like they have sparkle. Yeah, these have sparkle. We're just taking the sparkle out of the veins because Eileen is making a mess of herself. And who knows, maybe this will make it look way cooler than it would have looked otherwise. How do I know? It definitely took the sparkle out of them. I have to say that, Eileen. Going over it like this. So there you go. That could be a time saver for you. If you don't want sparkle on your veins, just go over them after you're done. Hi and bye to Robert. Yeah, he went upstairs. He'll get himself ready and go down and get us some bread. I wanted French toast for breakfast yesterday morning. I didn't even have sliced bread to make French toast. That's unheard of. So it was Robert's lucky day. He got 6 eggs and potatoes. Check it out. Check it out. What is the Drawing Flowers book? Lynn, it's let Eileen tell you because I won't get mine until tomorrow, but it's like 10 steps. Yeah, 10-step flower drawing or something like there. She just put a link in for you. Thanks, Eileen. Has anybody heard from Jean? Did Jean go to sleep? Okay, Joan. Hopefully we'll see you tonight at Xandra's. Thanks for coming. Yeah, has anybody heard from Jean? I bet she's sound asleep. I bet you $100 she's sound asleep. There are 2, but this is the newest one. Okay, we don't need 2. We just need 1. Okay. This is a goofy looking dragonfly, but I'm proud of every painting that I do now because I'm new at it. So I have to sign it. Oh, okay. Jean's here. She's putting her paints in order. Okay, good. Got to sign it and put 1218 on it because in 10 years from now, I'm going to look back and say, oh, I remember doing that. And Eileen was so upset that I didn't use Wink Estella. But she's got glittery wings, so it doesn't matter. There, can you see that glitter? That will knock your eyeballs out. I owe you $100. Oh, crap. What did I do, Jean? What time for Xandra? I was going to try and stream tonight when I get the kiddos to bed. Oh, Faithful, you need to put your link in or give us your name so we know to come. Yeah, put your name in so we know you're. Oh, I could just go to your channel right here, right? Let me see. No, I can't go to your channel. Oh, there's the 3 dots. Let me see. Oh, come on. Quit being a pain in the ass. Jean's putting her pants on. I want to know why I owe her $500 or $100. Faithful. Here, this is the one I want. Okay, go to channel. Hide user. I hope it'll open up in another window. Just lost chat again. Come back to my channel. There we go. Got chat back that time. Jean's putting her pants on. You're doing a wink of Stella Dragonfly. Well, you better put a picture on Twitter. All right, Faithful. I just went to your channel. So Xandra is on YouTube. Her channel name is Scraps to Beauty by Xandra. I think if you just typed in Xandra Cudney, Cudney, you would find her channel. But it's Zandra, Scraps to Beauty. And her online store is Paint and Paper Studio. And she has some awesome stuff on her channel or on her website. She sent me, like, you can get these little archive paints on there, and you can get the Nouveau Glimmer. Talk about enabling. But yeah, go see her store, Scraps to Beauty, and then her store is Paint and Paper Studio. I haven't even used these yet, but I absolutely love, love, love these little tiny things. Look at, they're so cute in their little bag. Oh my God. Almost makes me cry. Why am I, you bet me $100 I was sleeping. Oh, okay. Well, you could lie and tell me anything. Okay, you'll come in at 9 then. I hope that doesn't step on anyone's toes. No, you should be fine. And we haven't heard from Xandra. Yeah, just watch Twitter. And I don't know if she's coming on at 7:30 tonight, which is Eastern time, 7:30 Eastern. And she usually stays on for a couple hours. So. Robert Vaughn he's got to be the weirdest guy I've ever met. I wish they could see you right now. Oh my God. Oh God.
I hope to get wrong.
I can't even begin to describe what you're doing.
I'm giving rectals.
All right, we're gonna sign off now. I gotta run from Robert. All right, you guys, head over to Jean's. She's musical scrapper. But I'm sure there's been a link in there. So thanks for coming. It's been a ton of fun. I'm proud of my little bad self for the art. Yeah, she said she will stream, but I don't know how she's feeling without her meds, Eileen. That's the thing I worry about. Thanks, CB. Thanks, Eileen. Thank you, mods. What did Robert do? Robert, he's out of control, Lynn. He's Dennis the Menace. He's out of control. He's going to the store to get me bread right now. Okay, I'll see you goofballs later. And if you watched on YouTube, thank you so much.